Then we come to the third part of the discussion, and that is going to be evaluation of the statement of financial performance and financial position of the entity. All right, so it is important we analyze the financial performance, the financial position, as well as the financial condition, which is long-term and short-term solvency of the entity as well. And in doing so, there are three methods available or approaches available, one of which will be in the exam hall, which you have to know about. The first one is going to be the issue in respect of common size analysis. This is where you are changing the financial statement into percentages. And so in the statement of financial performance, the base amount is going to be total revenue. In the statement of financial position, the base amount is going to be total assets. Then we have the ratio analysis. This is where we are going to be computing various ratios and then interpret those ratios. And then the last thing will be the statement of budget performance, or what we call the budget variance analysis, where we are looking at the outstanding. In other words, what was budgeted, what did we get, why did we get that? And so that is the first part of the discussion. 10 marks, one of these three waiting for you in the exam hall. You have to know about it. Please note that there are guiding principles that you have to follow when it comes to interpretation of the financial statement or the statement of financial performance and position in the public sector, and I'm going to be covering that in another video. Then we come to the second part, which is going to be the public expenditure and financial accountability framework, which is the PIFA framework. Whether I like it or not, there is a question waiting for you in the exam hall on PIFA. Now, what exactly is the examiner going to be throwing at us in the exam hall? A number of things the examiner can throw at us. The examiner can come from the written part, which is purely theory area, where the examiner is asking you what are the outcomes of the open and orderly public financial management system. And there are three outcomes. The examiner could ask you what are the limitations of the PIFA framework. That's a theory question as well. Then the 7 pillars, the examiner can ask you about them directly. And then the general importance of the PIFA in the assessment of the efficiency and effectiveness of the public financial management system of the government. And so that is the first category, the theory part that the examiner can ask you about. The second category is a calculation and an interpretation part, where the examiner can ask you to calculate the score of a certain pillar using different dimensions. And here the examiner could ask you to use either the weakest link or the average method, and there are principles guiding how the weakest link has to be used and the average method has to be used as well in the interpretation, and I'm going to be covering that as well in another video. But that is the second category of PIFA that the examiner can come from. The